Hi students, I'm going to walk you through your A3 visual. Just a couple of notes on how to cite and sort of my expectations for your visuals. And this PowerPoint can be found under A3 modules and then resources, A3 visuals. Here it is. So when you're considering how you're going to incorporate visuals, you want to note that they're not intended for aesthetic appeal only. They should be considered evidence and used when you believe a visual explanation of information could be valuable to your audience. And there are some kinds of information that are in fact more valuable visually than like in sentence form. So data might be particularly more impactful with a graph or a chart, that sort of thing. Illustrations can help your audience visualize what you want them to see. I'm not going to go through all of this, but these are kinds of the various types of visuals that you might consider: tables, figures, that sort of thing. Now, you read this article Beyond Black and White in your Few Reader a couple nights ago for homework. Well, I'd like to point out that these ideas of contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity, the definitions of which are here and you put in a discussion post a couple of days ago, are concepts that you should be bearing in mind as you format your proposal so that it looks really professional. So design is a component of this assignment. That's untrue of the other genres that we've studied. It's a component of the proposal conventions. Now, citing a visual in MLA format. So I know that the proposal is really like a business genre, maybe more suitable for APA style, that sort of thing. But we're continuing to use MLA since we've used MLA in the other two assignments, and we'll again use MLA for A4. But if the source of your image is not mentioned in the proposal itself, meaning you're not referencing any additional information from that source, and you include the complete information about that source in the illustration's caption, then you do not need to include that image in your works cited page. However, if the image does not include source information or you're referencing additional information from that source, then you must include it in a works cited page. So you could do it one or two ways. In either way, you have to name each figure, like figure 1, give it a title. Whether or not you include the citation depends on if you're pulling information from that source or referencing it in the body of your proposal itself. Here we have the formatting for works, the formatting for the works cited page for visuals. You'll see an example here. I'll show you another place where you can find an example. But the important thing is that you provide citations for your visuals. You can reference them, like see figure 1 in your proposal if what you're talking about in your proposal is better illustrated by your visual. I'm not going to go into too much detail, the nitty-gritties of how to cite your visual, because my expectation is that you'll review that PowerPoint, but I want to show you one more resource. So I've got them in modules, A3 resources, and here again, the A3 student sample would be a great thing to look at to see how she's used visuals. And here's the sample of A3 citation for visual, and I put this in a Word document, just a sample MLA works cited formatting for the citation for your visual. Okay, so those are just a couple of things to consider as you're formatting your proposal in the next couple of days.